Hey guys, it's Alexandra from On Rockwood Lane. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a letter J with perler beads. This letter measures about 2.5 inches wide by 3 5/8 inches tall. You're going to need a pegboard for this. The one I'm using is the kind that has the puzzle pieces so you can interlock them. This is 5 3/4 inches wide. You're also going to need 108 perler beads, some tweezers, an iron, and parchment paper so that you can fuse the beads together. If you'd like to follow along, I'll have a chart for this linked in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start from this inner bottom left corner of the square, and I'm going to place 4 beads vertically. From the top here, I'm going to go horizontally to the right to have 4 beads. And now I'm going to work down to have 4 beads as well. From the first bead that I placed, I'm going to grab a bead and place it diagonally down to the right. I'll grab another one and place it diagonally down to the right. And one more I'm going to place diagonally down to the right. We're going to work horizontally to the right here so that we have 7 beads in total. And now we're going to work at a diagonal up to the right so that we have 4 beads, just the same way as we did over here on the left. I'm going to work up now so that I have 16 beads in total. Next, I'm going to work horizontally to the left to have 4 beads there. Then I'm going to go back to this part where we curved around and then came down. I want to work now horizontally to the right to have 7 beads there. And now I'm just going to fill in vertically in between that bottom bead right there and the top bead. And now the outline for this letter J is done. Next thing to do is going to be to fill it in. And that's it. The letter J is all set. Next step is going to be to grab some parchment paper and iron the beads. I'm going to be showing you this with my letter E. Alright, so when I do the ironing, I like to do it on my washing machine. I have this mat that I put down when I iron. It has magnets there so it sticks. I know it's not going to fall off. And it's a good surface to iron on. I have the plastic grid here with my letter and some parchment paper. The side that's the most waxy, I'm going to put it face down on top of my letter. And you can reuse the same piece of parchment paper over and over again, so it's not a big investment there. My iron has 1 through 6 on it, depending on the type of fabric that you're ironing. The instructions for perler beads say medium heat. I did try it at medium level, and it was taking way too long to fuse my beads. And then they were fusing unevenly, so I actually just put it up at the max level, which is 6, and it works within the time that it's supposed to. It's about 15 to 20 seconds. So I have the parchment paper there, and I'm just going to place my iron on and work in a circular motion. Make sure that as you're working, you get the corners and the edges, because those sometimes take a little bit longer to fuse together. And then you'll be able to check it by just moving your parchment paper. It should peel right up. If you have any beads that are sticking to your parchment paper, carefully put it back down and iron over that section again. Once you've peeled back your paper and you're satisfied with the fusing here, then you'll want to flip it over. Be careful when grabbing the letter because it's going to be very warm, so either let it sit for a moment so it can cool off and then you can pick it up, or I just take my grid and flip it over. And then you can put the grid on the side, and you're going to fuse the back the same exact way that you did the front. So you'll just take your parchment paper, place it over it, and iron in that circular motion again. This is super important to have a surface that is okay to be ironed on. In about 15 to 20 seconds of ironing, you'll be able to go ahead and peel up your paper, and the back side will be fused together as well. Be careful when touching it because it's still going to be warm or hot. So you might want to just let it cool for a moment before you flip it back over and move it to wherever you're going to let it cool. And if there's any spots that you're not happy with the way they look, or you want them to be a little bit more fused together, then just place your parchment paper back on top and iron it a little bit more in that section. Just be careful because the longer that you iron it, the smaller the holes are going to close up. It doesn't take very long for it to cool down, and then as it cools, it becomes more sturdy. So you can actually use it in projects or string it up if you want to use it as an ornament or maybe a name tag for a gift. Guys, thanks so much for watching my video. You'll find the chart for this linked in the description box below. Please smash that like button and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.